Hi, how are you? Okay, so I am so glad that you're here today because I am kind of excited about this video. It's basically we're going to talk about you being prepared for either your first time visit or if it's your regular girl that you always go to every 4 to 6 weeks. This is going to help you with those visits so you could give them a clear idea of what you want. And this will just help the communication between you and your girl or guy. So first, I want to start off with the inspiration photos. So, inspiration photos, I think, got the term because too many times we would bring our photos to a stylist and we want our hair to look just like the photo. Well, sadly, we can't look like the photo because most of the time our hair type is very different from the model, even our natural hair color compared to her natural hair color. So, we're going to have different results than her. So it, we use the term inspirational because it's kind of giving you an idea. It's kind of inspiring, kind of a vibe or a certain style. But we're going to make it your own. So the more of these type of pictures that you have, the better. I always suggest finding pictures that are very similar to your natural hairstyle. So, like if you have curly hair, get a lot of girls with curly hair. And then not only just curly hair, but do you have fine, thinner curly hair, or do you have more thicker, coarser curly hair? So you want to find models with that same type of curl. Same goes with if you have straight hair, because you could have very fine, thin, transparent hair, or you could have very fine, but a lot of density, straight hair. So you want to find models on those inspirational pictures that are similar to yours. It kind of gives you a better idea of where you're headed and what can be done for your hair. Sometimes I know, like for example, I'll give you a long story or a short story. I'm gonna make it short. I was really into the mullet and to the curly haired mullet. So I cut my hair into a mullet shag and then I permed it so that it can look similar to the model. Now, for my hair type, because hers was natural, mine wasn't, and we both had different types of textures. It wasn't exactly like hers, but it really kind of gave me that kind of a vibe that she threw out. No one was really a fan of that look, especially my husband. But that's another story for another day. So find inspirational pictures. The more you have, the better. The different shades, whatever it may be, lengths, even styles, whatever your eye catches, bring them. And you and your hairstylist will definitely be able to sit down and see what will work for you. Not only that, but sometimes our inspirational pictures can be very high maintenance, and uh, it doesn't fit very well with our lifestyle, especially if we want something that's a little bit low maintenance, where we don't want to be sitting in the salon every 4 to 6 weeks. Maybe we only have like every 6 to 8 months to be able to come in. So that's another thing with those inspirational pictures that will really help to determine whether it's going to work for your lifestyle as well. Now, another thing I think that this is a toughie for a lot of people, it's the history of your hair. Now, I always suggest having at least a year to 2 years of like memory of what you've done, whether it's been home products that you have bought that were chemically done, well, we call it box dye, or you've had services done at a salon. The more information you give, the better it is for the hairstylist. Because I'll be honest with you, if there have been times where someone forgot a product that they put on their hair, a chemically done service somewhere else, and it did not go well with what I did because both those things kind of counteracted one another. And sadly, I was in tears, she was in tears. There was a lot of crying that day, but it was just because I didn't have that knowledge firsthand of what happened. Thankfully, everything got repaired. She was happy, and ever since then, there's been no problems with her hair. She's done very well. But anyway, but that's the point. She wouldn't have had that experience But you know what? She forgot. And it's so easy to forget services or even products that we bought at the store and we use it at home. So this is what I suggest. Sit down maybe the night or 2 nights before your visit. Write down all that you can possibly remember, from even the names of the brands that you possibly use to the type of brand of service it was, whatever it was. Just brain dump it, the list in. Whatever it was, just write it down because it's definitely going to help the stylist and you for your future goals for your hair. And you'll be a happy camper because there won't be any accidents because you accidentally forgot and she didn't know because it didn't appear on your hair. Because that's another thing. Sometimes you're touching the hair and you don't feel it, you don't see it. So, but the product that whatever you did is still in the hair. Even if it's like a year later, because you figure your hair length depends on your hair length, so it'll still be somewhere in the history of the hair. So that's a good idea to do. Another thing I kind of suggest, and this is to help you more than anything, is have a list of all your home products, all your daily routines like shampoos, conditioners, treatments, styling products. All of that is going to help tremendously. One, you might be using the wrong product at home that is not going to help assist with your future goals either. Two, it might be the cause of whatever your situation is with your hair and preventing your hair to do or be a certain way. So this helps the stylist to kind of determine what's going to work for you. Not only that, but you possibly have the right stuff at home and you don't want to overspend, because that's the sad part when you have really good products at home and they're really working really well, but we don't know what it is. Sometimes, a lot of times, people don't remember the name or where what product it is, so it's hard to determine. Like, oh, okay, well, go ahead and go home and use it, and just cross your fingers that it's going to fit for whatever your future goals are for your hair. So this is what I suggest. Take a picture of it. Um, that'll be just really quick. Just get your cell phone, take pictures of your product. You could write a list of all of them, plus the names and what type of product it is, whether it's a styling product, a shampoo, conditioner, treatment. Or you could also bring them in. If your purse is big enough, bring them in. Because sometimes I like to have my clients bring in their products that they have, because sometimes they forget after our visits or coming in so often. They're like, oh, you know what? I still have that product that I bought from you. I forgot how to use it. You know what? Bring them in. Always bring your products into the visit, because then we could kind of create a plan and a routine that's going to help you in the long run. Plus, you don't want to be overspending on products. Why? If you have everything you need, the worst thing is to keep buying more. So that's one thing I would highly suggest, is to have a list of all your products at home or bring them in. Now, the biggest thing I would probably say is that that you should always be prepared for. And this is one I think that is really hard for so many of us, because we live in just kind of like a fast-paced society. Who has time to, like, do a little R&R? But when you come into a salon, you definitely need to be prepared to plan ahead that you're going to be spending, depending on your service, anywhere between 4 to 6 hours, sometimes longer if it's a color correction. But definitely, if you're going to have any color done, you're going to need to expect to be in there for more than 4 hours. If it's balayage, highlighting, and you're getting, toner gloss and then the haircut, it's going to be a long service. So you don't want to come in feeling like you need to rush out. You don't want to rush your stylist. You want to come in and just kind of enjoy your experience and being able to just enjoy being pampered. It's about you. It's about, this is your time to be spoiled and be pampered, and to just enjoy that time of having someone take care of you for a chance. Because so many times we're outside in our lives, we're taking care of everybody else, but sometimes we need to be taken care of, right? So prepare and plan ahead So that way you could just be in there and enjoy that wonderful time of just being taken care of and being pampered. So those are my suggestions. Now, sometimes I think that a lot of us sometimes forget um, how important it is to be prepared for picture taking. So I know for me, for example, I sometimes forget to take photos of my clients. I don't mean to. I always think, okay, I'm going to take a picture of every single person who sits here. And of course, I forget. That's normal. I get caught up in our conversation and just the visit. Then you walk out, I'm cleaning up, I'm like, I didn't take a picture. But I would highly suggest for the majority of stylists, they're not as bad as me. They have this habit of taking pictures of everybody. So I would suggest bringing, if you want to have a nice plain top, nothing with loud colors. Maybe you could put that on after, if it's a nice one that you don't want to have ruined. Bring it in, and then after you're done with um, your service, you could put it on and have it ready for your pictures. Another thing I would suggest is when you come in, do not wear hoodies, big like collared tops, like the cowlick top. I don't, those aren't really in right now, but anything really bulky around the neck, definitely no turtlenecks, especially if you're getting a haircut. Oh my God, all the little hairs will just be all around your neck. And then you want something that's a little bit more comfortable. Also, you don't want to wear a really nice blouse that you're afraid that it will get ruined. Like, for example, I would not wear this blouse to work. It's white. I would be terrified if something like splattered on it. That's how you kind of have to think. Like, there's sometimes things that just kind of splatter. And I mean, I even had a bowl of color one time fall on a pair of shoes of mine, and I was just like, oh, horrified. But that can happen, and it can happen on you. I mean, it's really sad when those accidents happen, but they can happen. So don't bring anything you would not want to ruin. If you would leave devastated and in tears if something got ruined, don't wear it to the salon, not during your service. You could bring it and maybe have it hung up on the side. Maybe there's a little closet there in the salon or the studio where they could put it aside where it can be safe, where no harm can come to it. So always kind of think of that better, and then you could just change afterwards. But during your service, make sure it's nothing you really care about. But I think these are pretty much um, the big ones that I think will help you along with each visit. Now, with every visit you have, you should definitely have a consultation with your stylist, whether you've seen her 100 times or it's your first time. Always be really clear about what you want. Be really clear of what you don't want. You don't want to be in her chair every 4 weeks, or you don't want to be in every 6 months. You want, whatever it may be, what's going to make you happy, make sure to clarify that with your stylist. That will make her life so much easier in being able to create a plan and a routine that's going to fit you and be customized just for you. So I hope this helps. I would love to hear from you if you have any ideas or you're kind of wondering what would be good for you to bring or what to do during a visit. I would really love to hear. Leave a comment down below. And also any suggestions of like what you guys would love to for us as stylists to bring to you for your visits, because that's really important to know. What would you like us to bring to you? So leave a comment, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Bye.